Guys, I am so embarrassed. I cannot believe I forgot for the second year in a row to actually include my most anticipated album. Last year, I forgot to include Paramore. I don't know how. This year, I forgot to include Churches. Churches are my actual #1 most anticipated album of the year. Forgive me for sounding like shit. I had my tonsils taken out yesterday. Enjoy the video. What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. It's time for another year-end list in a way. It's kind of like
beginning of year list?
Yeah, beginning of year list. It's my most anticipated albums of 2018. And just like last year, I'm doing it with my girlfriend, Infinity, on Hannah. Hannah, we got a part 2 on your channel, isn't that right?
Yep, make sure to check out the other half over there. There will be a link down below.
Yep, so today we're going to be talking about 10 bands that we are hoping put out music in 2018.
Some of them have been confirmed or announced, but not all of them.
Right, others are speculations, ones that we're just hopeful that put something out, fingers crossed. I was going to put System of a Down on there again, but they pretty much just put another nail in the coffin, so I can't just make them the recurring tool that's every year on the list. I really hope that they put out an album this year. So without further ado, please drop a like on this video, subscribe if you are new here, and other than that, here is my first pick.
Dig down, dig down, dig down, and find faith.
Up first on my list, you know I'm excited for some new Muse in my life. I saw them live with Hannah this most recent summer, and that was an epic concert. It almost got rained and stormed out.
Scary,
yeah,
but
a lot
the music was good.
Yeah, the music was great, and I actually got out into the mix when Matt Bellamy, the lead singer, walked out into the crowd, and I don't even know, it wasn't like a handshake or anything. We just slapped five as he walked by in the middle of Starlight. So obviously that concert got me hyped. They released Dig Down, which is apparently going to be on their new album. They talked about just releasing one-off singles and stuff like that because people aren't really into albums and concepts anymore, but I knew they probably wouldn't be able to hold true to that, and already they're apparently crafting their new studio release that should be out in 2018.
We always seem to come back, always seem to come back down, but I flow when I'm with you. Every time you come around, we always seem to get back, we always seem to get back up.
So my first pick is going to be the Heirs, which is a band that both of us have been talking about in the last year, so much. Any chance we get, we praise their music. Even though they only have a handful of songs out, they're amazing, and for some reason they have yet to put out a full-length album, and we thought it was gonna happen this year, but nope. Only an EP, right?
No, the EP didn't even happen this year.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I talked to the label emailed me because they were like, hey, we noticed that you liked the track Suburban Wonderland. Yeah. And I was like, I think I more than liked it, but they didn't know my year-end list at the time. Right. They said that the EP was going to be out in early 2018. And then,
the beginning of the year?
Yeah, but who knows if that actually is going to happen.
That sucks then. Well, either way, I'm still looking forward to whatever they're putting out. I just want anything from them because they're insanely talented for such a young band.
Just kind of if you've never listened to them before, kind of like an indie pop alternative act that a brother and sister are the main.
They trade off vocals sometimes, but right. I think Savannah's the main vocalist. But
and Brandon does some of the backing.
Yeah, they have a fantastic sound.
So excited for new music from Mr. Jack White, formerly of the White Stripes, the Raconteurs, the Dead Weather, his own solo projects. The man, in my eyes, does not so much wrong in the music world. I mean, even though I don't like everything that he's put out in terms of music, and his last album was a little bit hit or miss. I don't know, Lazaretto. It was good, but it wasn't as great as Blunderbuss. I'm still very, very excited to see what he's going to do with his sound. I'm hoping it's more guitar driven, and maybe he's able to fuse in some new ideas as well. I really liked the kind of experimentation that he did on that first album, Blunderbuss, even though it was a rock album. Songs like Freedom at 21 mixed in just the slightest amount of hip-hop influence to make it sound really, really cool. So I'm hoping he can once again pull out something really, really cool, go all out for 2018, because he says apparently the album's already done.
Ooh.
So should be just around the corner.
It's all in my head, there's not much I can do. You said your face
Discovery so far, John's favorite pop punk band, and I think we're both equally super hyped and excited to see what they have to do next, right?
Get over it, and whatever the line is. I don't know how the song goes. I
Yeah.
actually like that song.
Okay, yeah, they put out a single a couple months ago. I
Yeah.
think it might have been like, was it September, October? I don't know. It was
Yeah,
around
it
then.
was in the fall.
I think it was September. I don't know. But they put out a song called Out of It, and I thought that was when they were going to finally release their next album, but no.
When did they put out their last one?
2015.
2015.
So
They're due.
It has to be this year.
They're due.
And I think there's been, I don't know if it's been confirmed with the band yet, but a lot of people are saying like they're putting out something this year in 2018, so I'm really hoping so. And I like the sound of their new song. It's still sounds like them, obviously, but just had a different like tone to it.
It's maybe a bit more clean. If
Yeah,
that makes
in a
sense.
way. I feel like the vocals, like the way that they were recorded, is just in a different style in a way. I don't know how to explain. You have to listen to it.
I
but-
liked it because that's something that I'll admit that I've never really been able to get into the band as a whole, even though I like some songs. A lot of it is just too like raspy, aggressive sometimes in the vocal department, and I understand that some people are super drawn to that for a reason, but I've maybe been drawn more to the new single Out of It just because it does feel a bit more clean without being
It's also
processed.
very melodic. I
Right.
feel like the tones and the guitars are just pleasant. So I'm really hoping that they put out something finally. I think everybody in the scene is like dying and waiting because like we got Neck Deep and a couple other bands like State Champs. I don't know if they're doing something either, but obviously we need Story So Far.
Will 2018 finally be the year that we see Masochism, the new album from Sky Ferreira? She's been talking about it literally since 2014, since she put out her last album. 2015, her record label's stalling her. So, will we see it this year? I hope so. Her first album, Nighttime, My Time, was really enjoyable overall, and I'm hoping that she can maybe kick it up and just draw from the potential she had there, because I think I gave that album like a 3.5 out of 5, and the songs that I loved, I really loved. There were a few weak points, but I think overall, if she really honed her sound, she could definitely get on track with this one. And Masochism, I can't even say it. Masochism, yeah, if she it really lives up to what that term entails, then it could be a very interesting record.
No one ever took my eyes off you, girl, and I wish that you could stay. I guess I'm always waiting for you to come back and call my name, like we both still felt the same. I'm miserable.
So my next pick is from Moose Blood, who definitely have announced a new album this year.
Moose Blood?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Shouldn't they be a band that you're leaving behind in 2018? They're so problematic, Hannah.
All right.
You know what? Like kicking a member out instantly because you found something out, like
Not
that's
good
not that's not good enough.
good enough.
That's not good enough. I'm leaving them. I left them behind in actually July 2016. I preemptively left
Okay.
them behind.
I understand, and let's just skip them then.
Okay, on to the next pick.
Honestly, though, I am interested to see what they're going to be doing in 2018. I can't remember the release date of their album. It's up for pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I want to hear a little bit more, maybe, to see if I actually am going to be down for it. The first song they put out, it's okay. Like, I like it and everything. I think we both kind of felt the same. Like, it's good. It's nothing great, though. So I'm just curious to see, like, what they're going to do on this record because I feel like it's been kind of quick turnaround for them
from Blush
since the last one.
It honestly felt like a leftover from Blush to me, and it wasn't really like.
I'm hoping the entire album isn't just like that, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping it's going to sound a little bit more, you know, in a different style, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If you want to pre-order their merch bundles for like $200, you definitely should, because what else are you going to spend your money on?
I mean, I couldn't think of one thing that I would rather spend money on.
Yeah, I know. I need like 4 shirts.
Actually, by the way, since I pre-ordered that, I'm actually going to need you to pay my phone bill for the next 3 months. So, do you have that on you, by chance?
You didn't tell me.
Yeah. Well, I was going to kind of do it on camera, so you'd be kind of forced and guilted into it. Cool? Cool. I actually pre-ordered too. Bye. Vampire Weekend's new album is finally coming out in 2018, according to Ezra, the lead singer of this band. It's been since 2013 since we got Modern Vampires of the City, and that was a record that I initially gave kind of a maybe too quick, pulled the trigger too quick review on. I didn't like it initially, but with time it definitely settled in. And apparently this new album has got some pretty cool influences. I saw Ezra talking about what he had been listening to, and it was an eclectic range of artists and stuff that he seems to be inspired by. And he said with his lyrics this time around, he's gonna try and not make things so like maybe hard to decode, you know, like not so hard to peel back. He admires some pop artists and the way that they're able to put a story like straight to tape in a way, and you just don't have to do a ton of deep diving. So I'm hoping that that doesn't mean that things are simple necessarily, but maybe it's a little bit easier to unpack. We'll just have to see what it means for their sound, what it means for their lyrics. Hopefully this year is finally the year. It's been half a decade, guys. What are you doing?
I try to make it easy on you. What more can I say or do? You only see half of what's there. Just hold on, you know me better.
So apparently Issues are putting out a new album in 2018. They've been teasing stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and I also have no idea what's going on with their
Michael, the guy that
Michael,
screams.
the what do you call it?
Like
Unclean vocalist.
Unclean.
Him, like, apparently, I don't know, there's rumors going around that he has left the band or got kicked out or something. He's been tweeting, like, weird things, and, like, apparently the band doesn't follow him anymore. I don't know what's going on. If anybody can clear that up, please do. But, I'm hoping that he didn't leave the band, but either way, they're apparently in the studio already, and, I'm excited, and I know you are.
I've never been the biggest Issues fan at all, but I think Michael was a core of that band, and without him, I'm not really sure what they would do. I feel like they're gonna go into Tyler Carter's. They're gonna go into Tyler Carter's R&B wet dream. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't think they will.
I feel like that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like crooning on these tracks. And they're just gonna have,
I like
these...
his voice. But I like it mixed with
some
the harder
hardcore
stuff.
yeah.
And I think they had said in the past, like I saw on Twitter, that they want to make this next album like have some harder songs too. So I'm hoping, like, I just don't know what they're gonna do with their vocalist if they get rid of him, because I know AJ can also scream. So I don't know if he'll maybe take over, but that's going to be complicated because he also plays an instrument. It's just not really the same, like the stage presence they have. So not really sure what's going to happen, but hopefully it's good.
At least it's all about you. I think the bonds are done with fun. At least it's all about you. I think the bonds are done. We're all too cool for fun.
Just like Moose Blood, we've got another relatively quick turnaround, except an even faster one this time with Water Parks, a pop-punk band from Texas, Houston, Texas, to be specific. Austin and the rest of the boys are back with new material. Entertainment is coming out very soon, here in January. Obviously, I am hyped because that last album, Double Dare, had such a replay factor.
Oh my gosh.
Like, such a replay factor.
Yeah, it was like in my top 5 albums. And
wow.
We both pre-ordered Entertainment on vinyl, so I'm hoping that it turns out to be good.
I hope
because that
so.
would suck if we didn't like it.
If not, then stay tuned for a giveaway.
If it sounds anything like the first single they released, I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. I think you put on Twitter or something that like they're a band that like no one's necessarily asking them to change too much.
Right.
Like,
I mean, a lot of bands I'm not asking to change so much, but I feel like a lot of bands do change maybe a little bit too much, and it feels like an identity crisis.
I think they found their
sound at least for now. At least for now.
So I'm hoping they kind of continue with that.
They're working with the same people. They said they know like the songwriting techniques and the sound that they're going for. So Blonde was just a really crunchy, peppy slice of pop punk, pop rock, and just super, super earwormy. It's something that I keep coming back to, and I know a lot of people said like, oh, it sounds just like a similar song to Double Dare, you know.
That's why I like
it sounds like a B-side. I'm like, I don't think it sounds like a B-side. I think I don't know, I think he sounds more engaging on the vocals.
It's empowering because it sounds like he's taking his voice to different levels, like the high notes, and then like he like kind of goes deeper on like that end part where it gets heavier.
Right.
I just love the way that sounds. So
It reminds me a little bit of some of the more aggressive moments, like Little Violence.
yeah, exactly.
From the last
I love
album.
that song.
Yeah.
So I need more of that.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited. That's the only song I've heard from the album. I'm probably just going to stick to that. I know they've released at least another one at the time of recording this video, but I'm probably just going to stick and hear the first one and just look forward to the album.
Let's talk about Wallows. This is a band that put out what, four
Singles in 2017. Yeah.
in 1 year, and they like this is like all they've ever done, because I mean, at least as far as I know.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't just release an EP.
Yeah. They still haven't put out an EP. They've
No.
got Uncomfortable, Suntan, Pleaser, and Pulling Leaves Off Trees.
So like it's all individual songs. Not really sure why they went that route, but I'm hoping that they're planning to put out like a full-length album.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen this year. It would be great if it did, because I think they like are pretty popular right now due to obviously
like Clay Jensen, aka he plays Clay on 13 Reasons
Dylan
Why.
Minnette
Yeah.
is in that band. Obviously, has got them a lot of popularity. I see like the amount of views on YouTube on their music. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
You know?
impressive for a small indie LA band.
Yeah, and they've
you know?
been playing shows, and I'm just like, what songs are they playing? Like, you know what I mean? If they only have 4 out.
Thanks for coming out. That's it.
No. So I would assume
Covers.
that, yeah, I know, but I would assume that they're gonna be putting something out. At least I hope so, because they really have it.
I feel like they're gonna get signed. I think they're independent right now,
Oh,
but maybe
yeah.
they're looking for like a record deal to
Could
put
be.
out an EP so they can
I'm
get
just-
physical copies and merch and stuff.
I'm throwing money at them right now, because there hasn't been one song they put out that I didn't like.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I love it all.
Even Uncomfortable, which I didn't like at first, I came around on. So yeah, they're 4 for 4 in my eyes.
So talented.
Let's hope that they at least do an EP or an album this year. Thanks so much for watching our most anticipated albums and music of 2018. If you want to see the second part of this video, we did it on Hannah's channel, and you can click that link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. Other than that, let us know what music you're looking forward to in 2018 in the comments down below. Drop a like on the video, and let's cut to the outro card. You can go directly to that video by tapping that annotation that's floating right here with Hannah. If you would like to see our most anticipated music of 2017, just to see how that turned out.
Some
and
of
to see
those
if it
still
came
haven't happened, so
Right.
it still holds true.
Right, so tap this annotation right over here. All of my socials are in the description, and I will see you very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.